Everyone, welcome back to Dragons and War. Last game we had a fist fight between Summerdy and Vako, and Vaughn didn't get all that much sleep from cleaning up Summerdy's mess from his experiment, though he was rudely awakened by the chaperone, the domestic elf, which told them the news that they all wanted to be seen by the boss. And so, upon arrival, they find that he is, well, it's hard to explain how he's like, but he gives them a quest, and upon arrival, they find the village, and that's where we left off. So, y'all at the base of the slope that goes up to the village.
Right.
Anything?
Up the slope we go.
Okay, I was wondering, like, what are y'all doing? Okay,
I was thinking.
does anyone disagree with this?
Nah.
Okay, so as you're walking up the slope, you get about halfway up when you hear thunk, and a crossbow bolt just whizzes by your head.
Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking.
It
That
comes
wasn't a crossbow bolt, just keep walking.
it comes from above the
I do that a lot.
where the cliff flattens out and the village is actually sitting.
So it's coming from the town.
Yeah.
Hey Judson, if that's your mic, I can't really understand Hunter.
What do you mean, my mic? What is my mic doing?
This reverb thing.
Yeah.
How? The volume is really low. There's no way it should be.
I thought it was yours. Yeah, it's yours. Whenever I speak, you're on my screen.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
I can hear myself talking.
How bad?
Bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
How loud
distracting.
is it?
Like, I can't understand Hunter sometimes. No, that's better. That's better. That's a lot better. Now I can't hear it.
Yeah, neither can I. That's actually really good.
What happened?
I turned it down a little, but I can barely hear you guys.
Oh, that's weird.
This is why Turtle Beach is stuck.
Well, I'm using fucking Alan to the.
Well, I just bought like these $8 cheap ass headphones. So,
Well,
I had $250 Astros.
I got 170s.
Anyhow.
So as this bolt comes whizzing by you, what do you do?
I grabbed Christopher and put him in front of me.
Nah, I don't think so.
Al, go look up ahead. What does he see?
He
What do you
kinda,
see up there?
as he flies up, you actually perception check real quick.
Where's that one?
It was right, that one.
13?
You can't really see, but you see that there seems to be like a 3.5 foot tall wall of sandbags, and you see some kind of movement of like something peeking up from behind it, and as your sprite sees this too, and he comes flying back really quickly, and before you can speak, someone shouts out, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were one of them."
Guessing that we're not.
Yeah, get up here quick!
Alright.
And he waves at you, and he has this crossbow, and he's still kind of aiming it down, but he's not really ready to fire it. He just has it ready, but he's waving you to come up to the village.
Well, I guess we go up there. That sounds like the most reasonable thing.
So everyone goes up?
Sure.
Yeah.
So you, okay. I'm just trying to. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm just trying to back away from the mic a bit. Um, so when you come up, you find that it's this older man. He's got a scruffy beard. He's probably in his mid to late 50s. But he's definitely seen some wear and tear. He's built like he used to. He's built like he used to chop wood and go and live off the land. But not anymore. He seems older like that, like he's retired. But he has a big crossbow, still pointed down the slope, ready to fire whenever necessary.
Is there anything else we can tell about from the papers? Do we know anything about this ahead of time?
No. There was a mention in the paper saying that some of the residents may have been taking precautions, but nothing specific. He goes, are you adventurers?
We were sent here by a friend of ours. To assist.
You mean that town down the way, right?
Yeah, that town.
Okay. Whew. Finally, someone comes to help us. Damn. Whew.
What's wrong? Or more importantly, what's been going on? They kind of didn't give us much information going into this.
I don't know. I don't know. Every night these things show up and try banging down our doors and trying to call out to us to open our doors. And first night was fine. They didn't even come up here. They didn't try to get at us. They ended up draining all of our griffins dry and killed our entire livestock. But
Well, this sounds a lot like Dragon Age.
and then they start banging at our doors at night, trying to get us to open our doors to let them in. And I haven't even been able to. No one in town's been able to sleep well. I'm not even sitting here at night. I go back in my house and lock my door.
Huh. Can you tell me anything about him?
I don't know. Some of them seem really, almost like you want to be friends with them. Really suave sometimes. Other ones they're just almost animalistic.
That's odd.
So they're humans.
I don't know what they are. They can speak. That's all I know.
And you want us to expose or take care of the situation?
Yes, please. As long as this is happening, we're not safe and we can't help whoever is in that town, right? So this needs to be taken care of. Hell, actually, if you could check in on some of the people, that'd be great because I just don't have the time anymore.
Is there an orphanage in this town?
No, actually,
I'm
from
completely joking here.
yes, but from what you can tell, there's probably 4 or 5 buildings, and one of them seems to be more of a like almost a barn-like design, and you can actually see like there's this fence behind it and a large like mesh dome over it. And that's probably where they used to keep the griffins.
So when is there something I can kill?
You could just turn around and kill this dude, I guess.
Yeah,
No.
but that sort of angers someone who might be able to get me more power.
And I wouldn't let you
I'm
anyhow.
fairly sure he wants to keep this town mostly intact.
Yeah, mostly.
Still, I wouldn't let you.
Why? Why wouldn't Vaughn let him?
Because he's a contract. I want to get
Oh.
information. I have to deal with this.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about that when I said Vaughn wouldn't let Vaco kill anybody. But so he goes, if you can take care of the situation, we'll happily help in any way we can. So
Alright. I guess we'll check and see what's happening in town then.
So, do you have any spare pieces of wood?
I yeah, probably.
Can I just like?
Why do you
use it?
want? I. Ugh.
I'm practicing.
He just looks at you like he's really confused and like he's begging for your help, and you want wood.
No, I mean, you gotta.
Not even in that
Hey,
sense
some people
either.
want- hey, some people want the wood when it's. Yeah, never mind.
Devin, I heard that gives you splinters. I wouldn't try.
But I mean, we're waiting until night for these things to come out. I'm guessing, and we'll try and take care of the problem then. So I need something to do in that time.
Well, you could always just probably go looking for them too, until night, and then come back to town.
Logan, shut up.
What's Logan saying?
Logan's being, never mind.
What's Logan doing?
Could do that.
I'm just laughing.
Logan, are you conspiring against me?
No,
What are you planning?
not planning, just thoughts.
Okay, so actually we have to check on all the peoples.
You don't have to, but yeah, that maybe.
Well, we could.
Oh yeah. I mean, you
Well,
don't.
let's go.
Walks up to the nearest house. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, before we go anywhere, Al, take a look in the general area. Tell me if you see something really odd.
Okay. He kind of flies up and flies around a bit, and for a few minutes, and comes back. He goes, "There's a lot of dead things."
Like, in the city or outside?
In town, and he kind of points over to the griffin pens, and he goes, "I don't want to go over there."
I want to go over there.
Okay, so you go over to the griffin pens.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
No.
no.
I'm just kidding, I'm kidding.
Okay, when you go over to the griffin pens, it's kind of like a horse stable, except in the back there's this big door that would swing in towards the free range area, and when you kind of open that, when you get near that, you hear this loud buzzing drone sound that's constant on the other side of this door. And it's so loud, it's almost hard to hear anything else someone says.
Are griffin feathers magical in any way?
No, but they can be used in potions and such.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a bunch of them.
Well, when you open up the door to the free range area,
Flies.
yeah, you see
And lots of flies.
you see about 20 piles of wriggling black mass laying on the ground, and just a quick look will tell you that
Don't
You-
be racist.
it's completely covered in flies, and
What a
it
delightful sight.
what?
What a delightful sight.
And it doesn't seem that anything except for these flies and possibly the maggots underneath them are alive.
I wanted some feathers.
Oh. Well, I mean, they probably have some somewhere.
Can we tell why?
Why they died?
Like, why?
Decomposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, they'd be far too decomposed to see.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And you'd still have to shoo all the flies away.
Shoot
Not doing
flies.
that job. I'm out.
I'm going.
I'm gonna go look somewhere else. You guys have fun with this area.
Step back and walk to the nearest house.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Bang on the door.
Okay. When you do, you hear some scuffling inside and a few whispers, but nothing else.
Turn and look at Vaughn and raise an eyebrow.
What is it?
Oh no,
No, I
you
don't
would have
think
been able to
that-
hear it too.
I would have.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're standing
I
right
don't
next to
think
him, you would have.
want to talk.
That's odd.
You hear some kind of like scraping of wood against wood, as something seemed to be pushed up against the door more, but there's beyond that, there's nothing else.
Knock on the door again.
Bang, bang,
Hey.
bang.
Somebody in here? Who's got questions we gotta ask? Or not?
You get no response.
I guess that's an or not.
You know, we do need to get some information if we're going to try and figure out how to help you guys.
Is there anybody else we see in the entire area that's not in the house?
Perception check.
19.
Oh shit.
And
You don't need to roll 19s. I saw the 19. I can see it on his screen. Damn. That is impressive. So, you don't see anyone else except for the older man who's still looking down the path. But you do notice that of all the houses, there seems to be one that's the door is slightly ajar.
I'm gonna walk up to that door
Okay.
Look
and
and see what
pull it
Son
open.
is doing and say, hey, what are you looking at?
A door.
Walk over to him.
Okay. Are you gonna open the door?
Yeah.
And yeah, and as you look in, it's very dark inside, and you can't.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Not for me.
Oh yeah, fuck. But okay, so you can see just
Wait, didn't
fine.
Christopher enter too?
I don't know. He hasn't said anything.
what?
Christopher, do you enter?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I haven't.
Oh,
heard
now
him
he has that glowing stupid ring.
Yeah, that he really wanted to keep, so he can shine it in the room. There's probably there's this one main room and then like two side rooms that are really small, no bigger than 10 by 10. But you see in this main room there are 3 bodies laying on the ground, dead.
Examine the bodies.
What are you examining them for?
How they died, anything out of the ordinary on them.
They're slightly decayed, but if you want to see how they died, I need a health check, please.
I got this. That's a. I think that's 14.
Health check?
Well, oh no. Oh, that's 11.
I was gonna say, you have a plus
no,
4 to
I
health,
have-
damn.
4.
What?
Well, that would be a 16.
16?
Hey, nat 20.
Oh, shit!
But however you had to -1.
Well, I mean, you still got a nat 20, dude. You
Yeah,
nat
I'm not
20.
lying.
You
Logan.
could.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Nat
could
20.
technically get a nat 20 and have -19 to do anything and still be successful.
And I still get experience point.
Yes, you do.
All that makes me happy.
You know, just from looking at, actually, Vaughn, I'm gonna give you a +3 because you should recognize this yourself. So you actually roll a 23 on this. Plus,
Oh, that's like 3 more experience points. Yeah!
no. You should recognize this pretty well. These people have been drained completely of their blood. Just like the
Hashtag saw it. Hashtag vampires.
just like the old man said the griffins were.
Wait, what does that have to do with griffins?
Depends.
He said that the griffins were all killed, all drained of blood.
Why would I drink griffin blood?
Not you, but they've all been drained of blood, and so will these people.
Vampiric griffins?
No.
Are we in Mexico?
Stop trolling me!
I didn't mean to.
Are we in
Vampiric
Mexico? 'Cause
griffins,
there's a
though that would be an amazing thing to have. I think I'm gonna make that canon. No! All the griffins are dead.
Okay.
All right, so it must be a
So-
chupacabra.
Do I recognize anything else?
You do notice that they are covered in bite marks.
Like, would I recognize, like, how they got killed?
There seem to be several bite marks all along their wrists and down their arms, along their necks. And unless you want to strip them down, you don't see anything else.
Can I search their house?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna search their house.
I follow, or I searched it as well.
Like jewelry, metal.
Roll,
kind.
please.
Dang it. 13.
19. It was showing a 1 for a second, and then it rolled over to the 19.
So 19, you, from looking around, you kind of get the feeling that these were the people that often took care of the, griffins. There we go. Nat 1, really.
I'm just sitting here rolling. That was the third one I'd rolled.
Crit.
Yeah, I know. But I saw that Nat 1, I'm just like, oh. But,
Do I find anything that would be considered lootable?
general, like, knickknacks, maybe some, like, something that one of the father probably made for the wife, as in,
Something I
like,
could turn into scrap metal.
jewelry.
Was there? Did they have metalware or woodware? For
Woodware. They
silverware?
weren't rich by any means. Probably the greatest thing you find are griffin related things. You find the skull of a griffin, some feathers, a talon, some bones, and though they are spoiled by now, griffin meat, and actually some jerky, griffin jerky.
Hey, authority, over here.
See?
Got a couple of feathers, bone, claw, or
Skull.
talon,
Thank
skull,
you.
and the jerky.
So wait, that means they've been dead for a while.
Well,
meat
meat
without
doesn't take that
swells
long to
and-
spoil.
Okay.
But the jerky should be good.
Yeah, no, the jerky's good, but like meat that they hadn't gotten around to making into jerky yet, like it was fresh when they got it before they died, that's gone bad by now. Which in this time period is probably just a couple days.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little while.
2 days, it'd be pretty spoiled just sitting out there in the heat.
Yeah. No way to preserve it or anything. Yeah, 2 days and it'd be bad.
Hmm.
This would be my guess, 3rd or 4th day.
And the griffins have been dead for quite a while if they're that far decayed. So
Did I find any tools that had metal or anything?
you find some odd tools that you don't quite recognize that may have been used in training or corralling the griffins. But there's not all that much metal in them. Very small bits of like maybe a buckle or something.
Would I
Not
be
even
able to
worth it.
What?
Probably not.
Not even worth it.
Okay. Most of the stuff is like leather and wood, and like handmade
Did I
stuff.
find any paper, pens?
I know why you want them. Let me just roll to see.
Not plan on using it right now, but for future
know.
use.
No, not really.
Okay, let me think. What else might be in this household that would be usable?
Is
Do
there
they have a
anything left
closet? Or is there any hidden doors?
Oh, you have true sight, so go ahead and roll to see if you can see them.
I hate my life.
What'd you roll?
7.
Nope, you don't see squat.
And now I rolled a 19.
Oh, now you do.
Would have loved my role if I... But my character probably wouldn't be searching for hidden doors. But Evan, you would have loved that 18.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be a 19 because he has the owl mask on. But you rolled a 7. Anyway.
Any
Yes.
markings left near the bodies? Other than
Uh,
your typical markings.
No, not really. And they're too far decayed to tell if there was if they struggled or not.
Did they have a cooking pot? A big cooking pot?
Is there a frying pan?
No and yes.
I'm gonna take the frying pan.
You're welcome, Devin.
I found some metal.
It's made of wood. No, I'm kidding.
That would have been cruel. After I'm sitting here
How do
thinking
you
about,
how
like,
do you cook on a wooden frying pan? It's
I don't
not
know,
on
man.
fire.
They have their ways.
like, I'm sitting here thinking about what's possibly usable in a house. And just, like...
What was that? What's Vaughn saying?
Magic. Okay, anyhow.
Magic. Don't question it.
Leaving the house.
Okay.
Saying, was there nobody else in town? All the doors are shut.
Oh, the doors are shut. Windows are barred. And this house seems like it was too, but the door is open.
Examine the door.
It looks like it's old and beaten, but it doesn't look like any of its damage is current or fresh.
So no forced entry.
No, doesn't look like it.
Well, go to the next house, knock on it, and say, "I'm just here to ask a couple of questions. You guys can keep the door shut if you want. We're here to try and help the town out, try and see if we can solve the problem you guys are having, make whatever is going bump in the night go away."
Roll a persuasion check.
That's my area.
14 and no bonus.
Okay, so you hear, after a long pause, you hear, "Go away!"
Hold on there, sir. We're trying to fix the problem. We're not meaning any harm. We just want to help.
You hear whispering in the house, though you can't really make out what it's saying. And then he kind of goes, Who are you?"
The name's Vaughn. We're from a town down below that's willing to try to help out this town and stop the problem. That I still don't know what it really is.
Cough, cough. Vampires, cough.
Shut it.
Well, I mean, I'm fairly sure we know what it is just by guessing about what's going on, but
Yeah, I mean, Vaughn pretty much knows that these are vampires or some kind of vampire kin.
They're just angry women.
Nagging housewife.
Oh no. All family?
he says, I don't know anything about these things. They just won't leave us alone.
So, what's the problem? They just came into town randomly and just started killing all your people?
Yeah, like, uh, uh, 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Odd time.
Actually, real quick, like, hold up.
Hmm.
Do you know where they came from? Like what direction?
Um, I need Vaughn to make a D20 roll real quick, and he says, I think they come from the hills down that way. It would make sense. There's a lot of caves there that they can hide in. 14. I heard that, by the way.
Do
Did
the
someone
things
get
only come at night?
what? Sorry, what?
Do the things only come at night?
So far, but I mean, I doesn't mean they can't.
Well, I'm thinking we try and head over to the caves and rid this place of its infestation.
Okay.
I mean, why do we have to rid them of the infestation? Why can't they, work together? And
Because I like to kill things.
Oh no, that's gonna turn out good.
death isn't always the answer.
Violence is never the answer, it's the question. The answer is always yes.
Somebody, Devin, come on, man.
I can't help it. I mean, this is like exactly like it.
Shush.
So, I mean, time to go all ham on that place ASAP.
Just don't go charging in there and try and kill them.
Why not?
Because they might not try to kill us. And we don't know what they're like. All we know is that they're vampires.
You don't even know if they are vampires. They may be a vampire kin, which there's a few things. They could be vampire ghouls, which also feed. They could be, which may make sense with the more animalistic versions of them. They could be chupacabras. Although,
But there's
so what you
the
guys are trying
nice,
to
charming ones.
So what you guys are trying to convince me is no stabby, stabby, kill, kill.
And we're gonna send anybody
they-
into that place.
If they try to go stabby, stabby, kill, kill, it's all right.
But they've already harmed these innocent people, and I've
How
got
do you
to
know it was
protect-
them?
Why question it?
I have to question the legitimacy of somebody's desire to help these people or these things. What personality are you?
Personalities.
Yeah, which personality are you on?
Uno.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, but you're kind of getting in that territory of player knowledge, just a tad. So be careful with that.
But I've got to protect and defend the innocent. Cough, cough.
What if they're
Cough.
innocent?
That's a
You
little
can do
crap.
that while the monk enters first, because he already sucks.
Well then.
Shut up, Bear.
But it's true. He likes sucking.
Oh.
I don't know. Have you ever said that his character is gay?
He worships the god of rainbows. Even a stupid
No,
bear
you're just making
can figure
assumptions.
that out.
You know, I'm just gonna say this. The bear is acting way too intelligent for his intelligence.
For reals.
Hunter, it's not player knowledge. It's just going off of stories I've heard.
How is he even fathoming these words?
You also forget that I'm his bear.
Right.
Okay, but I want to go stabby, guys.
Alright, so I'm gonna grab Baco and put my finger over his mouth and go, shh.
Jumps back as he grabs for me.
Roll
What
acrobatics.
are you doing?
Or athletics.
Roll athletics.
No, not you, Vako.
16.
I'm gonna say he can do it. I say Vako gets away.
Bad Bear.
Bad bear.
Down
Ah,
bear.
Whack.
Roll.
Down bear roll.
He'll actually do that.
I'm still gonna come at him with my finger, trying to hit his face with my finger.
You mean that giant finger that would probably cover his entire mouth?
Yes.
So while
Should I waste a soul to do this?
while Vako is being chased by Volley, what are the rest of you doing?
Alright guys, we should probably go and try and figure this out. Before it's nighttime. Cough, bear, stabby guy. Cough.
Whoa. What have I done to this bear to get him to go all hostile on me? I was just trying to protect the poor innocents of this town.
Okay. Well, so are you going to investigate the hills to the south? The
Yeah.
hell was that?
That was me.
Sounded like a mosquito agreeing with me. So, did someone say no? Okay. It's kind of hard to hear you, Morgan. I can't. What?
My bad.
I can barely hear you.
How about now?
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. So all of you are investigating the hills to the south,
Right.
correct?
Yup.
Is there anyone that disagrees?
Nope.
Okay. So as you kind of like go down the ramp, the older guy kind of like waves at you, but then sets up ready to fire if need be again, and as you walk to the hills, you find that there's a lot of caves in the hills. Like just kind of surveying around, you kind of see 3 or 4 that could possibly be hills themselves. It could be caves, not hills. Could be caves. Who has night vision?
Me.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
There's my ring.
Okay. So, are you gonna start investigating?
Does my sprite have night vision?
No.
Darn. No idea.
Okay.
Are you? So, how are you investigating?
I think our best idea would just be go into the caves and look around.
All together or one? All together, or are you gonna split up?
I'd say
I'd say all together.
in
Dang.
case they are hostile.
Never split the party.
Yeah, we saw what that worked last time.
You barely got out of that alive.
I'm gonna go into the cave in the center.
They're not really lined up. They're all kind of scattered.
I know, but just like go on like in the middle of them.
Okay.
I don't know why.
When you
I'm just-
when you do, you find that this cave is, though originally quite open. It goes about 20 feet in and then abruptly stops, into a like it just grows smaller then curves into nothingness.
Perception check.
Go ahead. 5. Aww.
No.
No, you have to take the 5. So you don't see anything.
I'm not seeing anything in here.
Morgan just rolled a listen check on 13. He's muted and he's looking around for stuff.
Okay, interesting, but he doesn't hear anything.
He doesn't listen to anything. Okay, I'm just gonna turn around and walk back out. Go to the one next to the left.
To the left?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's about the same, really. It goes a bit deeper and it curves slightly to the left, but then it stops.
Okay, perception check.
Go ahead.
I hate my life.
You were rolling so perfectly before.
Watch this. Oh, never mind. What the heck? Get out of here. There we go. Let me use this dice.
Switch dice.
I kind of sigh. Do we really have to go through all of these one by one?
It has to be one by one unless you split up.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Nope, not splitting up.
Darn it! So, which one are you going to next?
The next one to the left.
Next one to the left. Okay.
Yes. You know, we're just gonna keep doing this until I find something in a perception check.
Okay.
So, like, how many more is there to the left?
This is the last one, unless I miraculously say you spot another one as you come out.
Okay, I'm a perception check.
Okay.
God dang it!
The gods do not favor you tonight.
What?
Yes. No, you already rolled.
I know.
I'm asking
That's why I'm sighing.
Logan.
We're back.
Sketch.
You see it?
Hold
What are
on.
we seeing?
Yes. Oh.
Did he tell you what it was?
Not really. He didn't explain.
I'll text it to you over Hangouts. Just because I thought you may need it. Logan, hand it back.
Okay. That was weird.
I know, absolutely seemingly random.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna go out and then go to the right.
First one to the right of the middle one.
Yeah.
Fucking finally, God. So as you walk in, you notice that just beyond the point where, like, someone without with light just stops. Like, you can't see any further beyond that. Just beyond that, there's a door, and the rest of the cave has been, like, blocked off with several layers of wood and sticks, planks, everything that someone could get a hold of that has been blocked off except for this door.
I found a door.
Does it lead to things I can kill to protect the innocent people of the town back behind us?
I don't-
Just take this
I don't
one
know,
step
open
at a
the door.
time. Wait, I'm gonna knock. Why not?
You're gonna knock?
That's a bad idea. I
You
mean,
gonna-
actually, that could be a good idea.
You're gonna knock?
Yes.
Okay, go, so you knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Nothing seems to happen.
I bang on the door.
That's a bad idea.
Are you gonna try and open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, as when you grab the handle and you twist it, you find it to be locked.
And then he smashes open the door.
Hey, Polly,
Wait, what can you see through your true sight?
I
you
see
can't
a
see
door.
through the walls.
Ah.
Hey, Volley, come here.
Actually, do I say any weak spots in the door?
No, it's actually pretty solid.
Any of the walls surrounding it?
Yes, but I mean it's layered incredibly thickly, so there may
We
be
have a
weaknesses.
stupid bear. We might be able to get him to punch it long enough.
Wait, don't you have a thief?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artemis, why don't you just, your job. Your turn. Bro.
Okay.
Bro.
He goes. Wait, what? Oh shit! I get to see action. He rubs
Yeah.
his he rubs his hands together.
Your turn.
Sweet! I'm actually useful. Damn.
I know, it happens every once in a blue moon.
He kind of glares at you for a second. Mm-hmm.
Love you too, bro.
He pulls out his lockpick set, and he kneels down, and oh my god!
Whoa, whoa. Come on, before you say the number. Before you say the number. Almost over to Artemis. He goes, what time you this do this time?
He sticks the lockpick set into the lock as he kneels, and just as his knee hits the ground, here click. He just kind of looks up and goes, "Well, there's my 20 seconds of fame." He
You
gets
cheated.
up. He gets up and he opens the
You already
door.
went by this lock and already unlocked it once before. Don't give me that look. Cheater.
You just can't handle the fact that I can actually pick locks and you can't.
Hey. At least I'm better with the ladies than you are.
Shut up.
Who's better at stealing stuff?
I don't know, it's about even now.
No,
he
I
can
can
get in
I
the
can
doors.
steal it, but he gets people to give it to him.
Exactly.
So he stands up, and he grabs the handle and opens it, and just kind of pushes the door open and swings slowly open.
Hey, Christopher, you go first. Let's send the big light source in first.
Do I see anything in there before anyone goes in?
It goes, because you have night vision, you know that it goes in for about 20 feet and then takes a gentle curve to the right.
Don't worry, there's no one right there yet.
You see red eyes glowing at you. No, I'm kidding.
I want to go.
So you don't want to light the way to help the rest of us? What happened to you helping your friends?
He's trying to steal my ring. I've been contemplating life.
You tried stealing his ring. You are now his mortal enemy.
Wait.
Prepare to die.
Monk, look at me. Look into my eyes. Not literally. I just kind of said that phrase. And I want to ask you a question.
What?
What would Iris do?
Charge!
Charge! He's got his fist up, lighting the way. Charge!
Okay, so I'm gonna go in.
You want to
can
be
pick
funny?
A lock. I can make a fool do work for me.
Fool!
Yeah, but if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. Shut up.
We'd still send him first.
Look, you may be older than me, bro, but we both have our talents.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
So
And he
cautiously
steps, and he
into
steps
the room
back
behind.
away from the door, and he goes, "After you."
So I'm gonna go in.
No, I mean I'm saying that after Christopher has already gone in, he looks at his brother and goes, "After you."
Thanks, jerk. Love you
Yeah.
too.
Who's the fool now? So, what's the
There's
order
a
of
couple
everyone
of things
going?
that could be said here. Artemis.
So what's the order here? Christopher, Vaughn, and who?
I'll step in behind.
I'll
We'll
step
leave the
in
weak
behind
link in
him.
the
You
back.
would have gone in second. Would have been Christopher, Baco, Vaughn,
Somebody.
Artemis,
Oh, yeah.
somebody, and then Bali. Which
Fair.
is the worst thing named to have in the back.
He bails over everybody to get to the enemy.
Well, at least I won't be sneaking past him. He sort of fills the passageway.
And by the time, with the light source, you can see, this cave, it continues going for a while, and it takes another left, and this whole time it's slowly sloping down, and the walls start getting moist. Why is that funny?
We're going deeper and it's getting moist.
Oh god.
In his defense, he's been at a band camp all day.
Time to add that to the repertoire of nasty jokes I've been told in this game. God. And adventure.
At least he stopped wanting wood.
And as Christopher kind of descends further, and everyone's following behind him, his light stops illuminating this hallway or this pathway, and opens up to this big old area, which his light's kind of not needed, because there's a gentle but very low glow from
But I like the
sections.
pretty colors.
And because you have a giant 20-foot glowing ring on your finger, everyone inside knows you're coming.
Hello?
Hi.
I like actually say that in the game.
Okay, hold on.
How many people and yeah.
As you call out, hello, someone goes, "Hello there, stranger."
You know, that's not typically the first response somebody would give to somebody who broke into their own area.
I'm just gonna wait until that conversation ends before I continue with mine.
Come on.
Wait, Vaughn, does Vaughn actually say that?
Okay, we're good.
What?
Okay, does
Okay.
that Vaughn actually say that or no?
Yeah, he actually says that.
Okay, the voice you hear goes, well, we do not live here, you see. We just decided to spend our time here until we can find a more suitable home.
Oh, nomadic. Fun lifestyle.
More of runaways, if you might call them that.
Oh. Been down that road, huh? God damn no runs.
I can't hear you.
Logan. There you go.
Okay.
Been down that road. I see how it runs. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Just kidding.
You hear him chuckle lightly. But I must ask, why are there, and he counts 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people here, in trespassing, well, not trespassing, I may say, upon land that is already being squatted upon. Unless, of course, this is your cave.
We were having complaints from the town just up the hill.
Ah.
We came to just look into it, see what the problem is.
I must apologize for that. It is hard to find subsistence in such a unwilling land. Often in our home we would find, though tribulation and torture, enough food to sustain us for a time.
So you prey upon the people?
Can I clearly see him?
No, actually.
Can I?
You can, but he's at a distance, so he's at the back of the opening. So
Can we clearly see any of them?
anyone without night vision, actually your night vision doesn't work anymore because it's so dimly lit. You can see there's figures kind of slowly moving about in the back, and you think that the one that's standing the tallest is the one speaking to you, but you can't be sure.
So,
Um,
you guys don't look like the blind shoe would purposely go kill an entire city, town thing. You're mistaken though.
I must apologize for that. We act purely in desperation.
Might I ask what you are?
Why
That's a
bother
rude
you?
question.
He goes, brother, you should know what I am. You should know what we all are.
Well, I'd like to see your face then.
Um,
Kind of rude if you can see me and I can see you. I mean, we both know what we
are
are.
we hearing that noise in the background?
no, you're not. He goes, you're right, but I'm afraid I've yet to determine whether or not you are friendly or wish to slay us.
Hopefully everybody, to be honest.
I'm just trying to help these people out. I mean, they're sitting there, they can barely sleep because you guys have been, like, what is it? Not knocking, but
Disturbing them.
yeah, you've been disturbing them in their sleep, and they're scared, quite literally, almost to death.
I believe, sadly, we may have done so.
Is it blood you need?
He turns and yells, will you two stop screwing on back there? No, he doesn't say that.
Is hot.
He doesn't say that. But for real, whoever's doing that, stop! Jesus, it's annoying. It's that point where I can just hear it, and it's even more annoying because I can just barely hear it.
How do you think I feel? It's right next to me.
Logan.
I get this reverb effect again where I hear it inside my head and then that whole surround sound thing again.
It
So I'm
can
hearing-
never escape. You can never escape the squeak.
What you talking about? Okay, honestly, until Devin mentioned something, I had no clue I was doing that because I was spinning around a dice bag and it was moving me just enough to squeak my chair.
Okay. He did so. Oh man. No, he kind of looks around himself, and he steps forward a bit, and he's very slow about it, but he steps forward to a point that you can kind of notice him, like he's just outside the circle of light, and so you can kind of make out his features a bit more.
What is your name? If you don't mind me asking.
Where we come from, we are not given names or proper names. We're more given insults and such.
What do you call yourself?
In truth, I have not given myself a name.
Well, what
I
does
believe it not.
everyone else call you?
So let's ask the correct question here. Where'd you run away from?
An island far to the north, brother. I'm not sure if your companions know of it, but I'm sure you do. Nosferatu?
That's what my
What
mom
might
used to
you
say.
have ran away from?
Hmm?
Why'd you run away?
Well, slaves can only take so much punishment. I was lucky. Most are not allowed to read. But one of the sons of the Lord took pity upon me and allowed me to read his books.
And what son might that be?
Oh, I'm unsure if you would know him, but it was of the. I'm sure, brother, you have known the family, known for his cruelty, Devogan.
Yeah, I might have heard of it once or twice, maybe 3
Yeah.
times.
His cruelty is unmatched, I must say. But
I must agree.
I grew infatuated with stories of adventure and heroes that controlled their own fates. So in turn, I gathered who I could and escaped. Not all of us made it, but most.
So, huh.
I can understand running from persecution. Though I was never held as a slave, I have been hunted much of my life.
Then you can understand why we hide.
I can understand more than anybody why you ran away and why you can hide. Why
I
you were
apologize
hiding.
real quick. I keep mixing his voice up with Lexus.
That's fine.
They're supposed to be both very suave and sophisticated, but two very distinct, different people. I apologize.
And even if you were a slave and you were taken care of by the prince, then he might have given you a name at some point. Or do you
He may
refuse to
have.
speak it?
He may have, but he never spoke it aloud to anyone but myself. Not even other slaves. It's hard to trust anyone else. May I ask, brother, what family you come from?
Excellent question.
You don't even know that part of his backstory, huh? So whatever you say, roll a bluff check to see if you can make it sound less bullshit.
Oh wait, I got bonus as the bluff.
Oh.
Will a 14 work?
You still gotta say something.
Oh well.
You can say that because there are vampires from families on the mainland which aren't like related to any of the regal stuff, so you can say that, I guess.
Yeah,
They're known as the mainland vampires. They're not really connected to any of the families.
I'd rather not talk about my family. Like you, I ran away from them.
He nods and goes, "I understand. I shall not push the subject." But do I
However,
have? Yes.
I do have a bottle of blood wine I would be glad to give you.
Thank you very much, brother. It's been some time since my people have fed.
Well, how many are you trying to feed?
He kind of glances back, and he kind of gestures forth, and you see a mass of people kind of get up and slowly move towards the light, and there's probably 10 or 12 of them, not including himself.
Oh boy. That's a lot more than one man can do.
And now you understand why certainly
Yeah.
more desperate of us attempt what we do. I cannot stop them, but I can set rules.
Either way, I'm pretty. Sorry. Either way, I'm pretty certain that even you don't want to kill an entire town off.
I'd prefer not, but no one else will take us in. Most are afraid of our kind.
Especially if you're from that family.
Even as slaves, yes. Even the slaves are known for their cruelty. And I will not say that I have not done things I don't regret myself.
Give me a few minutes to think about what I can do.
I'm afraid a few minutes may not be what you have, brother. Who's left? Who's actually paying attention to this?
Yo.
Kinda.
Okay. So there's only 4 of you left because apparently Matt disappeared somewhere. So I need the 4 of you to make perception checks.
What about my dice? Oh, right.
16.
Nat
11.
1.
No.
Yeah, somebody, you're blind. You stare directly at the ring and you're blinded for a second.
So
The rest of you. The rest of you. What do y'all roll?
then
11.
And Judson?
16.
16? So Christopher sees as no one really else really is paying attention, but you notice that the vampires that are further away from the who you're talking to, they kind of close in. They get a little closer, and you see from the light that they are they're very gaunt, very thin. Their eyes are sunken in, their fangs are protruding, and they seem very weak, but they seem to be aroused by the promise of a meal.
I'm gonna.
minutes definitely doesn't help you any.
We have a monk.
Time for you to die.
Notice it!
I step forward and say, if you can get a little bit of blood into them, I believe we can work something out here to the benefit of all.
We may wish to hurry that along. I do not know how long they will
I
listen
gesture
to
at
me.
you for the blood wine.
I open up the door, bring it out.
Conjurer?
Yes. Odd sight, I know. Friend of mine taught me all that.
Brother, I never did catch your name.
Once again, excellent question.
One that would serve in a polite audience an answer.
but can't give a name to somebody who doesn't give his name back.
The son at times would call me Vance.
What was that?
Vax.
Vance.
Vance?
Yes, VANCE.
What is the V names?
Vance? You sure?
What? I'm about to desk flip because it's another V name.
Vampires are notorious for, in their own language, a lot of V's, Z's, and S's.
So pull an S name, please. I beggeth of you.
He
Ew.
begging of you, choose a different name. Okay, give me a sec.
No. Don't give you a second.
Why?
Keep going.
No, I just came up with
No.
another name.
No.
Why
Keep
not?
going. No.
Why?
Keep going.
Okay.
Arcane. I think he's got an idea.
Okay.
Say it again.
Vance.
Vance? That's a... You sure that's your name?
There's the one that the Lord's son gave me.
Are you
It
sure?
is from some story that he read as a child, I'm sure.
It's not quite right. How about you look in your left hand? And the words in a very fancy handwriting, the words Zon, Z-A-O-N, were written on his left hand.
Why?
Because I'm changing the frickin' name to something really weird. It still doesn't have enough weird names. RP, go for it.
He kind of brings his hand up to like to you know that where he's messing with his squuffle for a second, and he goes, though on times he would call me Xavier.
Okay, maybe that was written on your frickin' hand. You happy now? Trying to make it match up. Jerk.
So we hand
Why?
over the wine before we
Why?
get mauled.
Why specifically was? Why did you want him to have that name?
I don't know. I just came up with the top of my head, like literally on the top of my head.
Okay, we hand over the wine before we get mauled.
Yeah,
I thought you already had the wine by now.
and he's passing it down the line, but he's watching to make sure that no one takes more than they need, and they don't look any better, but they don't seem as wild in their eyes.
Sorry, that's all I got.
No, I'm contemplating something and whether or not, if it goes bad, it would screw with some of my other plans.
Well, it sucks because there's only 3 of you left.
Which
Tom,
You've got to think who else is with me.
Yeah, well, Devin, I'm talking about like actual players. Devin went off to eat.
I'm
some
still
Matt's-
here.
Oh,
I
okay,
just
never
am
mind.
getting food.
Okay, Matt's disappeared, and Andrew is not here. So
Let's RP our way out of this.
No, I've been contemplating something, but the real.
Are you sure you can take 13
No,
at least
I'm not
half-fell
contemplating
vampires?
offensive. I'm contemplating actual peaceful way out of this.
Told you. Unless you truly screw something up, you don't want to. You're not gonna fight.
You're asking us not to be us.
And I really don't fight long odds. That's the one thing that my character won't do, if at all
Oh no,
possible.
he will easily kill a family of 3, but fighting anyone that might beat him, oh no. Don't even think about it.
If it's a decent, fair fight that I get one hit in, I'll fight
And then
it.
cheat the whole way through? Yeah, okay.
If it's a decent, fair fight that I get one hit in, I fought it.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, I did walk into that fight, fair fight, ready to fight. Got one shot.
Does anyone say anything?
So
After
what
the
can we
wine
do?
passed
So-
out and drank, I gesture for him to come close to me as I take a few steps forward.
Xavier?
Yeah.
He takes a step forward, but he still is wary.
Alright. We're not enemies.
You may not be, brother, but one can never be too careful.
Alright. Listen, because you know a lot about this kind of stuff, I want to help you. I also want information. But I don't know how to really help you. I don't know how much information you have.
To fulfill my contract with you, I will do something here to fix this problem.
I don't have a contract with you.
Verbal contract, remember? I would help you gain information.
In Lord Contract's eyes, it is still a contract.
Any agreement I make is binding.
Oh.
Yes.
So, technically speaking, he's bound to me to help gain information?
Yeah, until
I fulfill
you-
it. I did say
yeah.
earlier, talking to Lex, I would not consider the contract fulfilled. Here, I can do something that I would find satisfies the contract.
But, at the current moment, Vaughn wouldn't even remember that. So...
But I'm still bound to it.
Xavier goes, brother, for all I know, you may have been sent by Divergen to capture us again. He's not known for letting his property go. So, as the protector of these people, I must stay wary.
Look in your right hand. What do you see?
He's gonna glance.
Nothing, right?
I'm waiting here to see what
The
you're
name
doing.
that was in his hand earlier is gone.
I thought he said left hand.
That's left hand.
Oh, left.
Yeah.
Now look in your left hand. As you looked at
He's
it,
gonna glance.
what do you see? No, by the way, the name's gone by now.
Okay.
You see nothing, right?
He's gonna look back up at you.
Look back down at your right hand.
Yeah, he's gonna look one more time.
You see letters V-A-N-N on his right hand. And at the same time, on his left hand is going to appear that crest.
He's gonna look up back at you.
I don't mean to harm you at all, but I'm sure you can understand why I keep things secret.
Now, I step forward and I say, if you can give him information and assure that my companions do not die, we have a bit of blood that can be given. I'm discussing the two guards, Rand and Anu, here.
Interesting. He doesn't take his eyes off of Vaughn for a moment. And he says, I'm unsure how to take this knowledge.
Not the most pleasant thing to hear, right?
Never. But it's also it's not pleasant to hear in any situation.
No. You're right. Not.
He glances away, and then he looks back at you, and he goes, how is it I can trust you?
Because I want him dead.
As you say,
Sort of out of paper here, otherwise I'd be like, contract time.
as you say, but we do not need blood at the moment. What we need is a place we can live, away from Divergen.
Where I'm at
What
the
is-
current moment is protected.
From Divergen.
No. Protected away from Vergen. Oh, yeah, from Vergen. You're right. My bad. Oh, totally didn't catch you right on that one.
His reach reaches all across this land.
Except this one little tiny spot, because this one little midget happens to be really powerful.
He looks at you slightly confused.
Trust me. I don't like him either, but he's better than that guy.
And if all else fails, we are protected by him and we can take you in.
And for some odd reason, I get the feeling he's expecting it.
How could he expect it?
He has a way. His words are his tongue's about as silver as mine.
About.
As a DM, I want to say his tongue's freaking platinum, but
His tongue is chrome.
his tongue is diamond. Don't
Look at
fight
a freaking eye.
it. He goes. I will accept temporary residence in this place. But if I find that my people are not treated correctly, do we have freedom to leave?
Yes. And if you don't, then I'll kill every person in the dang place to make sure you can leave.
He smirks. I believe you would.
Oh. Dang straight I would.
He
He,
tried.
look- he looks at Vako and he goes, are you going to be leading us there, or shall we make our way ourselves?
You can follow us.
Hold on.
Uh,
Meet us just down the road. We have to assure the villagers that we have taken care of this problem.
They're gonna take care of that. I'll stay with you guys.
I mentioned some landmark down the road, and I say, I'll meet you there.
Got it.
He nods towards Vako and he looks to Vaughn and says, thank you.
I also say, in case things get desperate, these two shall accompany you. Make sure they don't die. And the two guards that have been with me, I tell them to follow you.
I can't just have him feed on him.
No, like, they can get fed on, just don't let them die.
Okay.
Okay. I turn to some of the party members and say, follow me, the rest of you go with him, and I head up to the town.
So,
Bear,
t-
you're going with Vaughn. Just
time to
saying.
split the party. Whoa, ha, ha, ha. It took a great big setup, but I finally did it.
Shit, I just sent my guards off.
Too bad I don't actually have an encounter for you.
Okay, because I was sitting here thinking, who would actually be following with me? I definitely wouldn't be taking the bear. I just don't feel like.
There's me and Christopher.
But you would actually, your character would more likely follow Christopher than me, or Vaughn than me. Christopher, I've sort of pissed him off, so he would follow Vaughn.
No, you
I'm
didn't
going
piss
with
him
you.
off.
What?
I don't like Christopher. I'm trying to stay away from him.
And Christopher
That's
would most
right.
likely go to Vaco to ensure that he just does the right things to the people. So if you time it right, it should be Christopher and Vaco
Judson,
and,
who's he going
and
with?
Sienna.
No,
Those three headed to the town, and
Logan.
you're Logan, your mic. Okay.
No.
Then you had Vaughn, somebody, and Volley with the vampires.
No, Christopher follows whoever tells him to follow him first.
Well, I'm telling you, go with him. He needs more people.
Well, he said follow him first.
Well, he never said that. He just said,
No, he did say he turned around and said follow me.
he said,
And then
He
he
said
said the rest of y'all follow me.
Yeah.
right.
It doesn't really matter
Okay.
because Vaco and whoever's gonna go to the village, they're gonna talk to the old guy, clear this whole situation up. I do need to know what you're going to say. Can't hear you, dude.
Heading up the path, I assume we get
Okay.
another bolt at us.
Actually, when he sees you, he recognizes you and gestures you back.
I go up and talk to him. We've taken care of the problem. They will no longer trouble you. I'm sorry for what has happened to your herds, but you guys shall be safe.
He kind of looks down the path again and he goes, "Are you sure?"
If anything happens tonight, send somebody, and we shall return.
He kind of looks at you kind of nervously, like he's not sure how to take this information.
We must report back and explain some of our findings and explain some of our actions.
Fine, but we're not helping that town until we're sure that this whole thing's going to be cleared up. Okay?
Sure. Well, I
I'm
can see
sure
that.
Lex would expect nothing less.
Okay. I'm taking your word on this.
I'll see if we can get somebody else to come out here and assure you. We
Somebody's with
have
me.
to what?
Somebody's with me.
No, I said somebody.
Never mind, Ryan. You're no fun.
That's,
Yeah, I'm not going to be fun.
No. That joke is kind of ill-placed. Because I get the joke.
Your face is ill-placed. My joke
But-
was just right.
It's not somebody.
It's somebody.
Well, I don't ever know.
Somebody. Somebody.
It still sounds like somebody.
Think about
Morgan.
what D can stand for.
Somebody.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I never had it typed out before.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, for real. So he still sets up and is defending, just in case. But beyond that, he doesn't do anything else.
I half wish I hadn't decided to forego some of my plans for this village.
I'm not sure how Lex would take that.
It wouldn't have done much to the village. Oh, I'm not talking about stabby, murder. Just maybe a few more disciples.
Ah, okay. But so do you head back to the town? I mean, to Lex.
I meet back up with the rest of the group at the landmark and start heading back out to
Okay.
the town.
Al,
Um,
check around the area as we go because it's going to be pretty hard to get there on this huge crowd.
13. Yeah, that's gonna be almost 20 people. Yeah, hold on, is that 20 people?
That is.
That's
Our
20
party
people.
is
Yeah,
technically 9, with
9.
everybody who's AFK and gone and all. It would be a size of 9.
So it'd be 22 people. Oof. So Al kind of flies around, but I mean, that's a pretty big group. So any like bandits or such that may want to fight, even though there aren't any, would be like, oh, that's a lot of people. Whoa.
And first off, as a DM, I wouldn't want to roll that many people.
Oh God, yeah. And considering half of them will probably go feral, I don't want. I don't even want to try. Um. So, if you push through the entire day without stopping at camp, you'll make it probably around 1 a.m. But if you stop,
We
You'll
ain't
probably-
stopping. These vampires can go feral on our ass at any second.
yeah, that's what I thought. So, as you get into town, the guards kind of see this massive group coming,
Okay,
and they're
when we
kind
get near
of
the gates, I tell them to halt here, and
well, as they see you coming, at first they're nervous, but as you get closer, they notice that it's you, and they're like, okay,
I gesture
well,
at Vaughn to follow me forward to the guards ahead of the group. Because, I mean, they're going to want to know about the possible security problem here. Let's get some blood wine in these guys before they go feral on our ass. So,
What security problem?
if they go feral.
Yeah. Half the city dies. Hooray. I'm just kidding.
That would be,
That would be anticlimactic.
but I honestly don't think they would get super far.
Yeah, I don't think
neither
so.
do I.
As we walk into the town,
Well-
I'm gonna look at Vaco and just be like, tell him I'll be there tomorrow. And I'm gonna head off towards our tent and go to sleep.
Actually, as you so I was expecting you to go there later. You find that your tent is no longer a tent, and it's what seems like a small
It
cottage.
got smaller.
No, it got bigger.
It got
And it's like
smaller.
I just kind of look at it for a second, shrug, and walk in. And
it's
go to
like a
sleep in my
cottage
bed.
now. So it actually has walls and
I
windows and
don't
doors.
care. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, no, I was telling Vaughn. Yeah, so so
I slept for 3 hours.
when you come up, the guards kind of go, they kind of look at each other. They're kind of nervous, but they go, the Drunken Lion's always open.
Huh?
Yeah.
About the vampires that need blood wine.
Oh.
Maybe it's better head there first before we figure out anything else.
We quickly head over to the, did you say Drunken Lion?
Yes.
Okay, and do whatever we can to get some blood wine in them. Now,
Well, as the lot of you, this giant crowd of vampires comes in, and it's not crowded, but it's got like a few people in there. But the bartender kind of looks up and sees them all and goes, "Oh."
we can
And
clear
he's,
out a common room.
No. I'm all gonna get sup, babe. I'm
He's
not yet.
actually it's a Valkyrie, and she goes, one moment,
This
and she
this
turns
is not
around.
the first time I've walked in here. Okay. I've had one here before.
Yeah, well, she goes to the back, and you hear some clanging around, and she comes out, and she's got, I don't know, probably 20 bottles of blood wine in her arms, and she just kind of lays them on the counter and goes, "Here." And she goes, "They're free." And without hesitation, they kind of pounce on them and down them all very quickly.
I turn to Xavier, was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. After he's downed a glass or two. And I go, what?
More like a bottle or two.
Okay, well, whatever. He's down some.
Oh, whoa. Can I like sneak in a glass?
Yeah. Well, you're a vampire, so yeah.
Sweet. What time
You don't
is
have
it?
to sneak in a glass.
What time is it?
It's probably about 1 a.m. in the morning.
Got it.
Yeah, you've had a long trip.
Yeah, I was kind of around 7.
So, yeah, no, you don't have to sneak a glass. You can just take one and down it.
But I go, we've got a few options here. We can offer you to join us. Now, you wouldn't have to, any of your members can volunteer to go out with us, or you can...
Xavier goes, "Well, my people will want to rest and relax first before anything. And from the sound of it, you may wish to speak with whoever's in charge of this place to know that we're here. So,
No, he's expecting us anyhow. We best better head over there. You guys relax here.
thank you, brother."
You're not going
Anytime.
to let me do that.
What?
You're not going to let me try and do that, are you?
Do what?
The idea was to get them to join, not necessarily at the Raven Dance, not necessarily as adventurers, but they could...
Oh, as followers?
No, well, maybe eventually, but not right now. But
Oh, man.
work for us and basically maintain our place here. Any of
Yeah,
them
no.
willing to
Actually,
join and follow us are more than welcome to.
No, actually, I'm totally gonna allow that, but I think you should talk to Lex first to get his point of view on this.
Is it just me and Logan, or is everybody else still here?
Kevin's here, he's just messing around.
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know about
Somebody's
that.
asleep.
And Judson is...
Yeah, I just said I'm here.
Yeah, Judson's here.
I just haven't heard much from anybody in a while.
So, everyone that's in chat is still here. Oh, and Andrea said she'll be joining someone around 8:30.
No, so for 30
So-
minutes.
Yeah. So, I'll probably end the session soon after she joins so she can see the climatic conclusion.
What if we don't want it to end? What if we want to go kill stuff and explore more before moving on?
Well, Morgan has to leave at 9.
Oh.
9-ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
So, and besides, if you end chapter 1, I don't want to go 5 minutes into chapter 2 and be like, okay, let's end the session.
No, I wasn't wanting to enter chapter 2. I was wanting to go kill an orphan.
It'll be like
protect the innocent
between
souls
1 and 2.
from the corruption of life.
Right.
So, do you go and talk to Lex?
Yeah.
Morgan. Wait,
What?
nothing.
Was Christopher in all of this?
I thought I was with everybody.
Well,
Okay,
are
so you're gonna follow them
us
to Lex?
or go back to the house?
I'm just following you.
Okay. So when you
Folly, Sienna, everybody who's not here to the house with somebody.
yeah. So when you arrive, you find that
Whoa,
there's
hold
still
on.
guards. Yeah.
Somebody, before you left. Before you left.
Yes.
Did you want the room?
No,
Okay, good.
not right now.
Got it.
So when you arrive, you find that there's still guards outside the door, though they are they seem to be a different set. And when you they first kind of stop you from going near, but after a moment, like someone's talking to them, they kind of port for you to enter.
Enter.
He's still. He doesn't. He looks like he's had a full day of rest, and he's he's still looking down at that stone tablets, and he actually sees you when you come in. He sets it down and away from view, and he looks up at you and smiles.
I step forward and I say, "We have completed your task, though I do have something to discuss with you."
And he looks at you for a moment, then to Vaughn, then to Christopher, and he goes,
What was the
"I can see that.
point of that?
Someone had to take care of the vampires, and I thought that you, of all people, would relish knowing that they were free and helping them."
Can't tell. You just want to play on us? Or you actually wish to help us?
Someone had to do it. Why not you?
Hmm.
Well, since we have removed the problem from the village seeking to support you, I wish to further solve any future problems with them, and seek to have them any willing to join Raven Dance.
I'm sure in time that anyone seeking fame and fortune and power and protection will join Raven Dance. And I'm sure at least a portion of those 13 vampires you saved will happily join. I'm unsure where Xavier will decide to lay his head, but I'm sure he'll help when you ask.
Now, there is something else I would like to discuss with you.
Actually, as you do so, the door opens behind you, and the domestic elf comes in, but he seems to be he's usually smiling when you see him, or at least smirking. He's not doing this now. Like something's bothering him.
That's an unusual face for you.
He looks at you for a moment, and then kind of stops and looks at Lex, and Lex kind of gestures him closer, and he kind of moves around the desk, and as he does so, and he leans in, perception check.
Alright.
Oh yeah, 18.
Ooh, nice. 19.
15.
I'm gonna say you all see it. There's the glint of metal in the domestic elf's hand, and before any of you could react, he slams a dagger into Lex's chest, exactly where his heart should be.
Step back and I
Where his
gesture the
heart
two to my
should
side.
be.
What? What'd you say?
Where his heart should be.
It'd be, yeah. Well, his heart is, but
Hold on. I
Yes.
step back and put my arms to the side to get Christopher and Vaughn with me, and I shout, "Guards!"
Actually, as you do, the guards kind of open the doors, but as they come in, Lex holds up a hand to stop them, and he looks over at the domestic elf, and the domestic elf says something, but you do any of you speak Vossitarian?
Nope.
Do I speak?
You speak vampiric and common. Everyone speaks common and whatever their race is language, but if you're smart enough, you may know other languages. So
I just speak common, so I'm human.
common, and vampiric. So none of you know what he's saying. Somebody may know, but he's not in the room.
That's what I was just thinking. Damn him.
Yeah, but he waves a hand at the domestic elf, and he freezes up, almost like he's been petrified, and he falls over, and he actually ends up hitting the desk on his way down, and he spins out of control, and he slams into the floor. And Alex kind of grabs the dagger and slowly pulls it out of his chest, and he goes, "And that's why I read your minds."
Well, And every day you see domestic elf wanting to kill you.
The answer.
I'm afraid that your eyes deceive you, my friend.
And they deceive everyone, myself included.
He gestures towards the petrified domestic gnome, and you see a little ring fly up from his hand and into Lex's. And as he does so, the domestic elf and the illusion of him disappears, and lays before you is a sand elf.
I stare at the ring in a bit of a covetous wanting.
Does that happen to be an archer?
No.
Good.
He actually takes the ring, opens a drawer on his desk, sets it inside, and closes it.
But I put it in my hand instead.
He looks at you and smirks.
Because I want to see the ring.
It's a ring of changing, my friend. If you need to see it, then you may look upon it when you get it for a quest.
Well, that's fine, but I was just curious on what it actually was.
It's a ring of changing. He brings forward two guards, and they pick up the body, and he tells one of them, "Go find Zatora. It was probably somewhere.
Wait,
Passed
dead?
out somewhere."
Or is he?
The Scarlet Hand, they often don't try to kill people unless they're the target. This isn't the first attempt on my life. And that's why I read your minds.
Yeah, and you know
You may find it intrusive, but it saved me on multiple occasions. And the fact that I saw through his illusion was simple. But as always, we shall contact the Scarlet Hand. They'll deny sending anyone. Then we will have a unwilling participant of anything in our midst, and I'll have to deal with them somehow. So it just makes more issues on my side. But that is for another time.
Now,
And they kind of drag him away.
I turn back to Lex and I say, if our business of this quest is concluded, there is something else I'd like to speak to you privately about.
a reward.
Well, I was actually hoping to speak to Vaughn privately. It is late. Well, early. And I would show you all what I want to show the world, but it is late. So I shall do it in the morning. And you can speak to me then. But Vaughn, can I speak with you privately for a moment?
You're not really going to give me a chance to say no to that.
I don't think you will want to.
Fine.
Good.
Turns and walks out, thinking, well, I was hoping for a bit more of a reward than just him getting his information.
Oh, don't worry. You get stuff too.
More power.
Oh, and as you leave, he goes, Vaka, I know you're wanting for things, but trust me when I say what I will show you and let you participate in will be far more than compensation for what you've done today.
I turn and say, but the material wealth isn't what I'm wishing to speak to you about right now. Though it is always...
It has no material wealth, my friend. Speak to me tomorrow after you've seen it, and then you may tell me whether or not it is of worth.
As you say. I turn and walk out.
And with that, I actually have to take a 5-minute break to feed my dogs. So I'll get to a private conversation with Vaughn in a second, okay? So as everyone leaves and the door closes, he looks at you, he stands, and he comes around his big desk, and he holds out a folder to you. Your payments.
That's all?
Well, there's a bunch of pieces of paper in there. And he goes, well, you wanted information.
And what if this isn't enough? I believe you're not telling me everything. Of course, I don't
It's
know.
enough
So I read
for
it.
the amount. It's enough for the amount of work you've done.
Oh, so I still have to do more.
It should suffice for now. But you did ask me a question when you arrived. Do you remember what it was?
Well, I'm gonna go out of character real fast. Oh, Logan. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna go out of question. I'm gonna go out of character real fast and say no, but I'm pretty certain that Vaughn actually does.
It's the does he know if I'm alive question.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So cut back into roleplay here. Go.
Does he know?
He Lex smirks for a moment. I said that I did not know, but I could learn in a few moments. And I, since you've been away, learned. And he sits down back at his desk and he goes, but I want your word that you will participate in what I will show you tomorrow morning. If you give me your word, I'll tell you.
You mean to tell me
Exactly
I have
what
to
you want.
blindly accept something new act just to get a tiny bit of information? I have to sit to participate in something I have no idea about.
Your participation will to be stand there and do nothing.
Stand there, let me
And-
know.
And in doing so, you will learn exactly what I want to tell the world, how I can protect you, and that he has no power here. All I want is your word.
That I won't act during any of your next.
No, that you'll participate. And in participating, all you have to do is stand there.
It's not quite the best kind of participation I like.
Well,
likes
you
to-
could always stand aside and watch everyone else participate.
It's still standing there.
It's your choice. Stand there and not participate, or stand there and participate. Your choice.
You're not leaving me very many options. Either there, I'm still up to stand there. Participating is the same thing as not participating. So in other words,
So-
you're almost handing me free information.
Almost. On the other hand, I'm also giving you the option to leave. You always have that option.
Always have.
You have many options, none that I will say, because you should already know them. So do I have your word or not?
Or not.
Using empathetic. What do I see?
He... Trying to think of the emotional spectrum that he might be in. He's confident, again, as always, but he's hopeful that you'll say yes.
Like a
He
sketchy kind of hopeful, or a
No, like as in he wants to help you, but he also knows by doing so he'll get something in return. So it's a win-win for him, no matter if you say no or yes.
like it's inedible either way. I might as well say yes, kind of thing.
It's not inevitable, but you'd definitely be left out if you say no.
Zooming back in.
Okay.
Guess I have not much of a choice.
You always have a choice.
No, I don't always have a choice. It always seems like you have a choice. But that one choice keeps coming back, and back, and back. So, I don't have much of a choice here. I'll agree to your standards again.
And in thus doing so, you shall receive the answer. He doesn't know one way or the other. In fact, I would believe he'd be hard-pressed to pick you out of a crowd.
In other words, he still doesn't even know what I look like at this age.
No.
Good.
Now, go rest, my friend. You have a long day ahead of you.
Yeah. Oh,
Abdullah Akbar.
that's the odd part I don't get. It kind of ticks me off a little bit. Or at least puts me on edge. Most people ask it when I steal things. You, on the other hand, didn't even bother to look inside your drawer.
For several reasons, my friend.
For that reason, I'll take my leave.
And as you leave, he kind of picks up the metal tablet again. And he's looking it over as he watches you leave. So, do you go back to the house?
We're good.
Oh,
Headphones
Hunter.
decided to fall off.
Yes.
Where I went from the meeting with Lex was back to the bar.
Okay.
Are the vampires still there?
Yeah, they're filling up on blood counters, and they're just kind of sitting around a table. One or two of them are chatting with someone else, but they're mostly kind of keeping to themselves.
I look for Xavier and then walk over to him.
He's one of the ones talking to someone else.
I stand at a distance and let him talk for a bit, see if I can listen in, but making it obvious that I'm sort of waiting for him to acknowledge my presence before stepping forward.
He's just kind of talking about idle chit chat, just kind of trying to get a feel for everything. But he sees you and he comes up to you.
You shall be safe here. Any who wish to are welcome to join us for the Ravens Dance, though that is not a requirement to be safe here. You will probably be found lodging or something on your own, or you may go your own way. I expect you wish to talk to your people. And as I said, any who wish to are free and welcome to join us at Raven Dance, though they will not necessarily be required to participate in fighting. We could always use more people.
He kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "I must thank you, friend. You've saved my people. And when I'm sure they are safe and secure, I will definitely look into Raven Dance. Thank you again, friend."
Has anybody contacted you at the place to stay?
Not of as yet, but I've already gathered the information of who to speak with.
Okay. Fare thee well, and good luck. I look forward to seeing you again. May us never
Same here.
be on the opposite sides.
I fear for the day that we may.
I return back to Raven Dance's place.
Okay. And so yes, you find that it's now like a small cottage, it's nice, and there's a post outside with a wooden shield on it with the Raven Dance sigil on the shield. So does anyone want to do anything before the morning?
Looking
I'm
back
already
on it,
asleep.
Get some R&R.
Just sleep.
Yeah. Okay,
Nope.
sleep. Okay. What?
Nope.
What are you doing?
Well, gonna dismiss Al. Actually, no. Al's still gonna be there because I want to test something.
Okay.
I want to know because Al is floating in the air, and he is floating. This is a
Yes.
power thing, and I want to see if I can break your rules a little bit. Al is floating in front of me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm required to use my skills every day, as we know. I'm gonna put a pit of spikes, okay? Logan,
Okay.
don't you just love it? Anyhow, pit of spikes, okay? This is on the ground far enough to where I won't step into it.
Okay.
I want to know, without destroying Al, is it possible for me to hyperkinetic and something?
Polar bear.
There we go. Or, I don't know, you know,
What's the exact wording on the
on the
transportation
on the
ability?
handsome kissable pimples.
Yes.
It said swap to. Wait, oh, to that's my thing. I don't understand.
Object of what?
Select two targets and switch their positions. Cannot target people. Can target people and or objects.
Can't tell. So yeah, you technically could. Yes. What would happen is he would be floating in the same square that the spike pit would be, and the spike pit would now be where he was
But the
floating
question is,
on the ground.
would it be in the air?
No.
What if I did a high, because I had the alteration for it. What if I just did like the ultimate cast for the polar bear? Could I then make it in the air?
No.
Dang it.
How would a spiked trap in the air look?
It would look like a box
Spikes in
away
the
from
air.
space. No, what it would do is it would look like a box away from space because this box has holes in it. Well, it is deep enough for you to fall into. So what it would be is it'd be just a space, a void, with a long gap and
No.
spikes.
No. No. I'm saying no. I'm saying no.
I had to ask.
Clever, but no. I'm clever, but no. So
Well, I had to use my power too, so I thought now would be a good time to figure that one out.
Okay. So morning comes. Does anyone want to do anything before going to talk to Lex?
I'm just gonna wake up and just like hold my head like, okay. For some reason, I can't really remember anything that's happened in like 2 days.
This is funny.
Glad the
That
shoe's
was
on
creepy.
another foot.
What?
Your mic.
Oh, so glad the shoe is on another foot.
Is it cutting out again? Oh, dang it.
No, it's not really cutting
So-
out. It's making your sound really metallic. So it comes out. It made your last line sound really, really, really funny.
So as you awaken, and you find the domestic elf, who has a nice bruise on the side of his face, show up, and he's still smirking as usual, but he doesn't say anything. He just kind of gestures for you all to follow
A
him.
broad grin stretches across my face, seeing that nice right bruise.
I look at the domestic elf, look at Vaco, look back at the domestic elf, look at Vaco, and just say, "Do I want to know?"
I didn't do it.
Okay then.
So he starts walking off. Does everyone follow?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. So he leads you back to Lex, and as you walk in, he leaves, and he sees you all. And it doesn't look like he's left this room the entire night, but he seems to be fully awake.
He's a mummy.
And he stands and he goes, "Hold on one sec."
1 sack, 2 sacks, 3 sacks, 4 sacks.
Okay, sorry. So he gets up and he goes, "Follow me." And he turns and opens the door and leaves, and he waits for you all to follow.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so as you all follow, the last of you leaves the room, the door shuts, and anyone that looks behind you knows that this door just disappeared.
Damn
I'm a
it,
little
Morgan!
I'm a little tense.
And
Oh, you
and
better be.
and he
Baby.
walks out to the spiral staircase, and he starts walking down it, and he starts going deeper and deeper, and as he does, the spiral grows wider and wider, and so does the hallway, until eventually it goes from stairs to almost like an underground stone path that's just been smoothed out for you to walk on, and you notice that every once in a while you'll see people coming to and fro, as if people live down here and they're doing stuff, and you see what could possibly be rooms off on the sides, and you go down maybe 300, 400 feet, and eventually it levels out, and listen check.
I rolled a 20. 13.
21.
9.
Jesus.
I get +4. I went back and checked it. I get a +4 for all my listen checks.
Good
17.
9.
God. 17 and higher than 20 gets it. You hear chanting from further down the way, and the tinging of metal on stone, and drums.
I get very, very tense. I don't like this.
And yeah, you definitely hear someone chanting, and someone will chant something, and then a group of people will chant something back, and then he'll say something again, and it continues back and forth as you constantly hear this metal on stone tinging
Well,
with drums.
this is totally not an occult, and I totally don't like. I totally love occults.
He looks over his shoulder and goes, "Don't worry, it's just dwarves."
Oh.
Of course an elf would say that.
He's not no.
He's not an
No.
elf. He's a human
The
gnome.
gnome.
Oh, I thought we were being. Never mind. I had the wrong person.
You're following
Oh,
Lex,
okay, I thought we were.
but it's just the
I thought we
dwarves.
were
And
following the elf.
and I know when he says that, you kind of maybe somewhere in history you recall that dwarves are known for singing while they dig.
I think most of us know that already.
Hi ho.
Yes.
Hi
So,
ho. Hi ho.
So eventually, this whole thing fans out, and he kind of follows his path. And people pass you every once in a while, and they kind of nod respectfully towards Alex. But finally, you go a ways, and the chanting slowly gets louder. But he stops in front of this giant metal door,
Doors.
and it's ajar though. So he just kind of walks in, but it goes from this stone hallway to this pristine white metal that's been polished to a shine inside this room. And inside this room there are lights floating by and on the walls, and there's untold amounts of people going back and forth, writing things down, checking what looks like gauges and turning gears and all this other crazy stuff that you just kind of get lost in, and even somebody can't follow everything that's going on. And there seems to be about 8 columns pressed up against the wall on the far side. That's funny.
I'm right, aren't I?
No, not even
thanks.
close. Yeah, for those that don't know, she typed there is a rocket into the chat, which is interesting. But he actually seems to just completely ignore these people and just continue walking into the next room. And in this room, there's even more people and more lights and more gauges and more chaos going on. But the moment he walks in, everyone just kind of, anyone that's not exactly doing something that important just kind of looks at him and they nod, and they just kind of stand there waiting, and he waves back at them, and they go back to work. And in the center of this giant room is this big raised pedestal that's probably about a foot higher than everywhere else, and down hanging from the ceiling seems to be this kind of dome shape, but it doesn't completely
It's a
connect.
drop.
And so he stops and kind of marvels at it himself. What do y'all do?
Perception check.
Okay. For what?
To see if I get a better idea of what this thing might be.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna do the same, but like an intelligence perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring on Al.
19.
Okay, never mind. I'll let those two take on before I go.
17.
Okay, so are you doing this individually or you are helping each other?
I don't know if she's doing it, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I don't
17 and
care that
19?
she's doing it.
17 and 19?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know jack shit.
Either
Half
of us?
expected that.
Yeah, you have no clue what's going on. I mean, that you have no clue
Can
whatsoever.
I tell the material?
Go ahead.
No, can I tell what material it is?
You'd have to inspect it, and I need you to roll for that. It was a
Yeah.
3? Yeah.
No.
Okay. So, I'm gonna bring out Al. I'm gonna ask Al, what does it say about its power level? Total joking there. But I am gonna ask
You
Al,
see-
see if he can look around, see what he can see, anything else that I can't see.
What do you see up there?
He kind of floats around a bit, and he comes back to you and he whispers. He goes, "I have no idea what's going on."
How useful you are!
Oh, he looks at him, answers, I don't know, but something's over 9,000.
I can't even read the power scale.
Would you like the scale on the scales, or just the scale about the scales about the scales? Because I mean, we've got to go up to a high scale to scale this.
So Lex kind of turns to all of you, and
Ignored.
he's smiling. He's smiling like a proud father might if his son just became president.
Depends on the president.
Yeah, no. We're like, wait a second.
Okay, fine. Like he's smiling like a proud father, as if his child just his child is being shot to the moon, and he's
Shot
his
to
son
the
is being
moon?
tortured.
That sounds really painful. How about you keep it really simple? Just say the guy just graduated college.
No, I mean this is far more proud than college.
This guy just won a Grammy.
No.
Okay, yeah, I
Okay,
agree with that.
because being shot to the moon sounds really painful.
And then president, I
So-
mean, no
Yeah,
comment.
I get
Sketchy
it,
on
yeah.
that one.
So, so he's just smiling and he's looking at all of you, and he kind of waves his hand towards
Just
the.
out of curiosity, what else can I see? Empathetic.
He is insanely proud and happy, and he's kind of saddened slightly for some reason.
Because I'm happy.
No.
Everything is awesome. Yeah, no, and he's slightly saddened, but you don't know at what.
It's odd.
He gestures towards the machine, and he goes, "This is what I want to show the world, but I know if I did, the world would be in great danger."
Well, you already know I'm going to ask the obvious question. What is it?
I think we all are wondering that.
I know. Sadly, I believe even if I attempted to explain it, you wouldn't understand. So the best way to show you is to show you.
I like this.
he steps to the side and he goes, "Please." And he gestures towards the raised pedestal.
I knew it! It's a trap!
It's not a trap, man.
Tiana steps forward.
Are you gonna step on the
Yes.
pedestal? Okay. Does everyone
Yes,
follow
I
her?
want that.
One more time. Empathetic on him.
He's proud and happy, and again, kind of sad.
How does his emotions spike whenever somebody steps on the pedestal?
He's even more proud and happy. He's fulfilling some kind of lifelong ambition.
Do I see darkness?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll step on.
Well, he could be crazy enough that there is no darkness to
No,
be seen.
there's darkness to be seen.
Okay, so as you all do, it quickly becomes cramped, and you find that a few of you are gonna have to step off. So he turns to one of the people running about, and he has a quick word with him, and he goes, "It seems that the machine is unable to take all of you.
Vaco.
Uh,
Not Vaco. What is it? Volley. Get off.
no. I believe he may be of great help.
Help.
Doesn't get off.
I mean,
Let's get off.
He gestures towards the two guards and Artemis.
if I could have had a certain conversation with him, I mean, this would be a moot point.
He gestures for them to get off, and they kind of reluctantly do. Especially Artemis, who looks back at Vaughn, kind of worried.
Well,
But there's definitely now room for all of you. And
just getting rid of his brother like that. Come on. Cruel. Just cruel.
Vaughn, wait.
He,
Vaughn's gonna turn to Artemis, okay? Gonna go, bro.
yeah.
If the boss screws up, take his keys.
Don't worry, I already
Got
planned
it.
on it. And you know, thief speak doesn't work with him because he can read your mind.
Yeah, but that's for everybody else to know, so nobody else freaks out.
Yeah.
And it's common
Okay,
for them
so,
to talk like that anyhow, so.
Yeah. So
I'll turn to the guards, I'll
I-
say some stuff, we'll go over that later.
okay. There's a little bit of more commotion, and someone else comes up to him and they talk for a moment, and he looks kind of concerned, and then back at you, and he goes, "There seems to be a bit of interference," and he kind of looks over the group. Vaughn, could you dispel your companion?
Are you serious? Hold on, not you, Hunter. We're having Logan's having technical difficulties. If you would all please take a moment of rest as Logan tries to fix his computer and
Logan
puts the
fixing
same
the
thing
computer.
in 5 times in a row.
That's fine. Lex goes, Vaughn, could you dispel your companion, please?
Hey, Al. That guy doesn't like you. But I want you to know that I like you. You can be dismissed now.
Al vanishes
Testing.
into a puff of tiny
Okay.
smoke. We
Okay.
can hear you.
The last thing
And,
I heard
um,
was,
Interference.
interference, yeah.
He turned to Vaughn and asked him to dispel Al, and he did. The fellow he talked to runs off and then comes back and he whispers more and he says, And he's kind of stroking his goatee for a moment.
Tiana kind of moves so she's not like in sight of Lex.
Hey, somebody, he might be shooting for your mask this time.
Okay.
Who else has magical equipment?
I think it's
Open the door.
Magic.
Yep, I got it open.
take the mask off and throw it in there.
Tosses my amulet of will in.
Oh, whoa, guys.
Oh, I forgot you had the amulet of will.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, we get a
Owl mask.
the owl mask.
Amulet of will +2.
And I think that's
Yeah.
it, isn't it? So when you get rid of that, the guy comes back and he whispers in Lex nods and he goes, "Perfect, perfect." So my friends, I first want to show you why I want to show the world this, and I know if I did, that it would become a threat in the wrong hands, and then we shall
Whoa!
continue.
Does that mean enchanted
What?
equipment too?
It has magical,
Oh,
yeah.
well, my stun dagger apparently is in the pocket room now.
Oh, okay.
And,
Oh, we have to put any enchanted, like, or do I have to put rune stuff in there?
Did you put runes on anything?
I have runes on 2 things.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. He's kind of nodded. So just the amulet of will, the
Okay.
dagger, and the owl
Hunter,
mask.
imagine if you did have to put the rune stuff up and I already had the runes engraved in my...
Oh God. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. No, get rid of Christopher. So he nods to a few of the people, and they kind of start fiddling with things, and as he does, Lex says, "This was left by the ancients, powers that rival the gods. Now imagine, and hands anyone else but mine, what would happen." And as he says this, a clear wall comes up from both the platform and the dome above you, and kind of cuts you off from the outside.
Okay.
So you're trapped. You're stuck in this cylinder of clearness.
Kind of freaking out a little bit now. He does not do well in typing.
He notices that, and he speaks, but you can't hear him. But he gestures to you and kind of calms you down, but not by too much. But he nods
Do
towards.
you not have telepathy?
He can read minds, but he
You can't speak.
speaking with someone. He nods towards those people again, and he smiles back at you. Not evilly, but he's smiling like he's very proud and happy that this is happening. And
Question is...
you start hearing a whirling noise, and a bright from above you. You start hearing like static crackle, and then a bright light shines down on you, and you're blinded for a moment. And in this moment, you feel as if you're both being compressed and stretched and twisted all at once and together.
Well, shit.
And and in this moment, just like that, it's over with, and you're slightly blinded for a second. But as you open your eyes, you find that you are in a what appears to be a black throne room.
How much static electricity was there?
Not
Okay,
too
so
much.
I don't look
Why?
like a puffball.
No. Yeah, you look to be in a black throne room with a golden throne before you.
Do I recognize it?
Yes. And a tall figure stands up from the throne, and he stares down at you. And he goes, "Who are you? Who dares enter my domain?"
Who are you? Sorry?
Can I do a listen check to see
Blame
if
the
I know
monk.
the voice?
Don't know.
I blame the monk.
If you
That's-
hold on. What was that listen
See
check
if I
for?
recognize the voice at any, like, for any reason.
Go ahead, but I can tell you right now that you
You
don't.
won't.
Wait. Yeah. There's no way.
Empathetic.
Yes. He is angry. He's pissed. He wants to rip you limb from limb.
Blame the gnome.
Who in specifically, though?
All
Got
of
it.
you, the lot
What
of
is
you.
he?
For trespassing. Oh, he's a vampire. For trespassing on his land. He's a vampire with long black hair, and actually, as he's sort of looking down at you, he reaches out in the thin air, and from nothingness comes a blackened scythe. And he goes, "Speak, weaklings!"
I
Who are you?
Shut up, monk.
Who sends you here?
Lex.
The gnome.
That one guy.
Who?
That one guy.
Lex Ripcord.
I have no idea who that is.
Neither do I.
But I shall send your bloodied corpses to him in a box.
How would you do that if you don't know who he is?
I have my ways.
But you don't have his address.
It doesn't matter, because to him, as long as time will take its place, he could care not.
Fucking trap.
He raises his blackened scythe for a moment, and he steps down from his throne. You will never forget the name, and Lex will hear the last. The last thing he hear will be Lance de Vergen. Lance de Vergen. And he raises his scythe, and it extends for a moment, so long that you can be hit from this distance, which you normally wouldn't be able to. And just as he starts to swing, you are blinded by this light again.
Why did I see
And,
something like this coming?
Really?
I mean, I didn't think you were going to kill us all.
No. And this bright light shines down on you again, and you feel no. You feel
No.
you feel constricted and pulled and spread out and twisted up again, and in this bright light dissipates. You're in the cylinder again, and the cylinder slowly raises and lowers back so that it's open.
I look up, and there is an evil glare. Like, I am furious. In Lex.
And Lex is
I just
smiling
kinda yawn.
happily.
I'm going to say this up
How
front
was
because
it?
I really want to say this in character. Excuse my language, but Vaughn's going to look directly at Lex and go, "What the hell, man?"
Sienna's growling.
Just
She's
what the hell? That's
Calm
your
down,
only
kitty cat.
He chuckles and says, "This is the power. Not even half the power left by the ancients. Now imagine it in his hands. He could summon armies into the very hearts of his enemies."
So that wasn't just a projection.
No, you were in his throne room.
So you can teleport people.
I can do far more than that. And I did so on purpose. It was not random.
Oh, that was not random.
Lance de Vergen is very dangerous and is trying to attack and take over as many people as he can. He wants to start a war, and thus we will be the first he attacks for this little incident, and we will stop him.
For once, I can actually agree with you. How shocking.
I thought you
Sienna's
might.
there's a glare.
But for the rest of you,
Still in
you were in no danger. We have been in full control. In fact, you could say that I saw everything that happened. But, my friends, we have a long day ahead of us. So, let me show you the rest. And he gestures towards another person, and the cylinder comes back into place.
Here we go again.
I have a feeling by the time he's done showing us everything, DNA is going to be a puffball. There's going to be enough.
So he gestures towards them again, and it starts building up. But this one takes a little longer, and he looks over slightly, almost as if he's worried. And
I don't like that look.
there's some what appears to be shouting, but you can't hear anything, and people running back and forth. And he looks back, and just as the light comes down, you see him smile for a moment. And he holds up a perception check, really.
All of it?
17.
20.
Well, Judson, I can second that.
20.
So good Logan. So good Devin.
Sorry?
Holy crap! Okay, I'm gonna say everyone. That's all the 20s. I'm gonna say everyone notices as that he's had his hands behind his back the whole
I
time.
came close. I only hit
What?
18.
I got a 17.
Oh, well, everyone notices. He's had his hands behind his back the whole time, and as he smiles and the light shines down on you, he holds something out from behind his hand and looks at it, and it appears to be white, but that's all you see as the light shines down on you again, and this time not only do you feel compressed and twisted, it lasts far longer, and the light shines again, and it dissipates, but you're blinded by how bright it was for a moment, and you feel like you're about to be sick.
Was there more static electricity
And
that time?
No, well, there was, but you don't look like a puffball. There, all around you, you can hear hundreds and hundreds of beasts growling at you, and people running about, and it's this loud, crazy noise, like you're in the middle of the biggest city you've ever been in times 100. And above all the noise, you hear, and you're still blinded, so you can't see anything. You hear someone yell, "Lay down your weapons and put your hands on your head." And with that, I think we should end this episode and end chapter
How
1.
did I see that coming when you said cut off?
What do you
When
mean
we
cut
were
off?
discussing the demons. How did I see this coming?
You may all now cuss me out.
Wait. What exactly happened? I was kind of. How?
So when the light dissipates, you're still blinded because it's so bright, and you can hear all around you hundreds and hundreds of beasts growling at you, and tons and tons of people going back and forth, and you seem to be in this. All this noise is echoing off these large things, like maybe you're in some giant cave, and over all of that noise, you hear someone yell, "Put your weapons on the ground and your hands above your head."
Morgan, we just got dropped into some big city, and a cop is ready to shoot us.
And that is the end of chapter
What
1.
delightful agony I shall inflict.
Wait.
Why don't you just lay down your weapons now?
Are we dropped into a modern city?
Hunter. This
Yes.
is the part where I would start yelling all the explicitives, but I'm at Philip's house, so I can't necessarily do that.
Wait, Hunter.
Type them in the
Hunter,
chat,
we
then.
were
Yes.
dropped in a modern city?
I can't tell you that.
It's at least got cars, skyscrapers,
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
and guns.
What the fuck?
I just look around, I'm like, I never want to leave this place.
You can't see yet. You're still kind of
I know.
blinded.
But if there's guns, I'm gonna look around and be like, I never want to leave this place.
You wouldn't be able to
Now
know
time
the
to
art.
find the orphanage.
Oh god.
I like how you more
It took 9
distracted
sessions.
by
It
the
took 9
city
sessions. I was
and
expecting
less
this
distracted by
to
the
take
final
like 10 or
boss.
12.
I have a point
I was.
The thing is, if this is a modern city, Judson and Logan are the only ones that are really kind of safe. The rest
Because
of
I'm a
us,
human, yeah. I'm a human, and
the rest of us, on the other hand,
How do you know that the modern
True.
You know, all these.
True.
I mean, Earth didn't have all this forever ago.
I know, that's true. We could, like, humans
Different
could not
realm.
be a thing anymore. Humans
It
could
might
not
not-
be a thing anymore.
So
it may not be a time.